Oh my god, beret! Because I'm wearing a beret. Welcome back to my Stagey YouTube channel. If you are meeting me for the first time, hello, my name is Mickey Joe and I am obsessed with all things theatre. And this is my Stagey YouTube channel where I review shows and I talk about theatre news and gossip and drama and all things theatrical worldwide. This month I am very excited about the release of Matilda in cinemas in the UK and soon coming on Netflix in the US. I recently got to see the film at a little invited premiere here in the UK and I loved it so much. I've already posted my spoiler-free review and I have a few more videos coming, including a review that has spoilers and a video comparing differences between the stage production and the film. But today, what I thought I wanted to do first, because so much of the internet has been vibing with that little clip that's been going around of revolting children with the red beret girl being amazing and doing the choreography that looks like this. I'm not about to recreate it on TikTok, none of you want me to dance. The hat though, that I'll copy. I thought it would be fun to listen to the soundtrack of the new film version of Matilda the musical, because I haven't listened to these songs other than seeing them in the film, and I really enjoyed a lot of them. I would love to listen to them again. Also because there are a lot of changes, like I mentioned before, from the stage version of the score to the film. So the first time you hear something like that, you're always going to be reacting to the changes and going, oh, this is different, and you can't really decide whether you like the new version or you don't really get the chance to enjoy it in its own right because you're just reacting to the difference of it all. So that's what I'm looking forward to today. Now that I know which songs have had a couple of little changes, I'm excited to just listen to these and vibe with them and give you my honest reaction. Obviously not hearing them for the first time, but hearing them for the first time since hearing them for the first time. You get the idea. Now, if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you're subscribed to my Stagey YouTube channel. Reaction videos are something I'm hoping to do a lot more of in the new year. In fact, if you comment down below with other cast recordings that you might like for me to react to here on my YouTube channel, I will do my best to try and bring you those videos. Also, you can find me on other social media platforms. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at Mickey Joe Theatre. And if you really enjoyed today's video, feel free to use the super thanks button down below to give me a little stagey tip. That very much helps me as a content creator to keep making as many videos as I do, especially because this one contains a little bit of copyrighted music, so there is a very good chance that I will not be able to make any ad revenue on it. But it's fun, so I really don't mind that much because I enjoy making this kind of content. So, let's get ready. Are these going to fit over my beret? That is the first question. I've not thought this far ahead. They match though, and that makes me happy. Oh. We're all friends here. Let's try and get along. There we go. Look at that. That's a look. I'm very red, aren't I? Does this look orange? I feel like I look orange. Oh, also, I feel like these songs are best enjoyed through the eyes and ears of a child. So I'm trying to recapture the innocence of youth today. And I have a drumstick, a refresher, Mawam stripe, and 2 Chupa Chups. So you've all got that to look forward to. What do I want to start with? I'm going to do a Chupa Chup. Okie dokie, we are beginning with Miracle. Creepy little music box sounds. Could either be a baby or a horror film. This is very cute in the film. It's slightly harder to listen to. Is this people doing baby voices, do you think, or actual babies? Did they get actual babies? Did they audition babies? What was that process like? So we've got some cut lines there. Punch you in the face rather than shoot you in the face. No gun violence for these children. Again, different lyrics in this bit. I'm having a lot of trouble with my Chupa Chup. Oh, this bit slaps. It's been clear there's no Pia for a miracle like me. I only let Tim Minchin get away with clear and Pia because it's juvenile. Longer, new lyrics. Oh, I do miss the whole dancing section she used to do in the middle of this. With the beret in this, I look very French. Sing Matt Henry. Matt Henry, UK's first Lola in Kinky Boots. Nice. Yes. This is so unlike any of the rest of the music in the show. I love it. Optioning in a film. I love it. He is alive. I love that climb. Very Matt Henry. Sing life. Life. Not the big miracle, miracle from the show. It's a very good Chupa Chup. This bit, this new bit. Third time. With that coming back. I do love this version. Listen to that choral harmony in the back. Huge! And then fading away. Ethereal. Disappearing. Gone. Whoosh. Was it ever really there? With Matilda. I feel like this could be slower in between lines. Who was rushing this child? Breath. There you go. It's a nice little trot to it. I could be on a horse. This, from what I remember, very similar to the stage version. I've heard this song so many times. I love her voice. She's Irish in real life. Fun fact. You can never really hear it bleeding through. That was a lovely bit of accompaniment there. Are you hearing this? Lovely. I don't remember that from the show arrangement. I remember more da da ba 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 da ba cha ba cha ba cha. This is fun. Pause. That little pause there does everything. Ba da ba ba da ba. Instrumental break for dialogue. I love that in the show, this bit's always shaking the vocals because they're shaking the bottle of their hair tonic. Won't forget out. You don't have to cry. No, you don't have to shout. I love that the melody changed there. If you sit around and let you. Tell them. Ah, so good. Yes, Matilda. Love it. It's time for education. Oh, discernibly slower to the stage version. Why am I violining? That is not a violin. Ancient history. Now it's picking up. This is more similar to what we know from the stage version. Does that look like an L to you? L? I don't know. Nice little vibe change here. Build. Back to the cartoon running section. I remember the first time I was ever listening to this song, I was doing something else at the same time. I was multitasking. And it took until right at the end for me to realise the cleverness of the lyric. I do not miss the voice from the cast recording. It's like, why? Why? Prefects. I was a prefect. I hope I wasn't this obnoxious. A, B, C, D. I don't know why I'm doing the alphabet. I can do the alphabet. So nefarious. Ba ba ba. Are you hearing those strings? Nefarious strings. Suddenly angelic. There's the pealing of the bell. I missed that the first time round. Different Y chord. It wasn't like why, it was why. Was that Hortensia? Was that Red Beret Girl? I feel like that was Hortensia. But also, no one in the UK says phys ed. That's the only issue I have with that song with Tim Minchin's lyrics. What is he, Australian? We don't say phys ed here. No one I know says phys ed here. None of my schools ever said phys ed. Okay, this is Emma Thompson as Miss Trunchbull. This is a different key to the original. It's a higher key, but it sounds lower. Because rather than being high in a man's range, it's low in a woman's range. I think it's a higher key. Yeah, this is higher than Bertie Carvel did it. Very matter of fact, I did not. This is such an unhinged metaphor for education. I love grunting on grunt. That's an actor right there. She's not a singer, she doesn't have all the notes, but she's putting passion into the lyric nonetheless. A little bit of vibrato there. Myself go. Very well spoken. I appreciate that. I mean, it's Emma Thompson, so you know, you're going to get lovely enunciation regardless. La, 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 la. And then this nicey voice is very funny. Self-esteem. She does have a very good Trunchbull voice. I want a ribbon to twirl. What do I have? I don't have anything here. Tenderness. Sing, Jenny. 2, 3, 4. Stage version. Different. Very Zadok the Priest. Flashbacks to primary school choir rehearsals. Obviously I was in choir, look at this. Curveball to give her like an old school Broadway slowed down ending. Nice little 3 triumphant chords there. Lovely. She's earned 3 chords. Is it time for Bruce already? Oh my gosh. It's time for Bruce. Bruce is funky and jazzy. I love this song because this is like sowing the seeds of rebellion among the children with them all singing together. Because like in School Song, there was division because the prefects were being like nasty to the younger ones. But this brings them together. This unites the school population. Historians will look at this moment as a catalyst in the great rebellion of Crunchbull Hall. This is Matilda the musical's answer to the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand. It's a bit like a TARDIS. That's an amazing lyric. Your largeness is a bit like a TARDIS. That's something children would so say. It's brilliant. That's the thing, is Tim Minchin is so clever and wordy in these lyrics, but still sounds like kids. Ready? Triplets. Ba! Lovely drum solo. Heavenly chords. Is that some actual organ underneath that? Or just synth? It's organ or synth. Lovely top line there. What's happened? That's all you find out in the soundtrack. This is When I Grow Up. Very different introduction to When I Grow Up than what I remember from the stage show. Is this the best song from Matilda? It feels like the breakaway song. Is it the best one in the score? I'll let you decide in the comments, but it's definitely a contender for this being the best one. That's the introduction I remember there. Do 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 do. I love when a child has musicality. That's a promising vocalist right there. Lovely placement. Tim Minchin's melodies are not necessarily easy for a child to learn. And then when all the kids coming together there, that's just a moment. You can't not love this. And then to have the adult chorus echoing the When I Grow Up, because it means so much. Not to the children singing it, it's innocent and pure, but there's a depth and a meaning to it. It starts with the adult ensemble singing it here, and then when Miss Honey's going to do it later, that's when you really understand it. But they're foreshadowing that. Grown up! I love that harmony. Every subsequent part of the song gets more and more fun. I can see the swings in my mind. This is new for the film. Sweeping orchestral. Very cinematic as well. And let me tell you, the visual sequence that goes with this is incredible. Is this Miss Honey already? First time we hear her sing in the film. Already I was like, oh. It's timid. It's not on The Voice yet. You can tell the musicality there. Grown up. The placement there. The little scoop. And then that. So pure, so clear, so perfectly sustained. Still there. One of my favourite parts of the score, this little moment here. Bravo to whoever mixed this perfectly. What is it, Matilda? She'll tell you. Next up, this is I'm Here. It's going to get sad, everyone. Make sure you have your emotional support animals with you. Horror movie music is back. Never trust a waltz like this. Jesus. I should have known that was coming. How long is this Chuppa Chup going to last me? Honestly. I overplanned for this cast recording reaction. Can I conduct with this? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh, that vocal. Don't cry. The vibrato on that. The depth. Wipe! I love this vowel shaping. The passion coming through. Forgive me. This man is a king for these vocals. This is one of my favourite vocal deliveries in this entire film. Even the little cry tone is, I'm here. Passion. Passion. Acting through song. We love to hear it. Oh, this bit's so sweet and heartbreaking. I'm alright, Daddy. Oh, the softness and the smallness is so perfect. You couldn't do it on stage, but perfect for film. I bet it was very liberating for Matthew Waters, having directed the stage version, to see how much smaller and intimate he could make the same moments, because he had the benefit of a camera. Tender harmony. Tender harmony. Is it over? Can I come out now? It appears not to be. I'm still listening to a sinister waltz here, while eating a lollipop. And there we go. One of my favourites from the show. Okay, so very different tempo. Very different structure. The stage version's much freer. This is regimented, militaristic. Straight into And You May Bet. Emma Thompson is the perfect person to deliver Tim Minchin lyrics with meaning, because she articulates them so perfectly. They sound just standard coming out of her mouth, rather than sounding overly verbose. This gives me flashbacks to PE lessons in secondary school. I don't want to do rugby in the winter, you can't make me. It's like angry jazz. Position 2, nope. Oh my god, rip it from the mud. Jesus Christ. It's not a pre, it's a pray. You open that vowel, Emma, you do it. Exercised? Slightly cockney. Occasionally, are you hearing it? I forgot she did it. Anne! Good for her. You sing it like your alphabet. So much of this score sounds like cartoon running, doesn't it? What exploded? Oh, I remember what exploded. Yes, there's landmines in this school. I forgot about that. Diana wouldn't have been thrilled at all. Flashback, flashback, flashback. Complete key shift. In a whole different place now. I finished my lollipop. Bubbling stream. I'm in the cottage. No dwarves here. Is the parrot the carnival freak? I love that they put a key change in. If you wondered if the movie explains this more, it doesn't. As it shouldn't. It's not really a horse impression, it's just a sad neigh. Oh, gosh. Ral. Oh, it's so good. This is a villain song if ever I heard one. I love that unhinged vocal there. Bam! Nice. I love that version. I know it's not the most vocally clean, but I love it because it is characterful and insane. Now what's happening? You wouldn't know from the start of this song, but this is quiet. That's what we recognise. I love these rhapsodic piano moments. I love that about the Matilda score. There's just so much magic and suspense and levity through darkness because you can tell it's like sinister and foreboding, but it's still like light and promising. I love these lyrics because I thought about this as a child. Did you think about this as a child? I thought about this all the time. Not the light bit, I was not good at science, but the thing about red and colours. Get ready for the key changes. So much modulation, and again. Lovely lyrics. All the instruments getting involved in turn. So much going on, it's a cacophony behind her. Building, noise, drama, overwhelming. Lovely. Silent. It's so good. Sort of quiet. Her tiny little voice is so perfect for this. It's so lovely. It's so gentle. Not really silent. It's very therapeutic, actually. I could do yoga to this. I would not be good. Still such a whimsical, lovely lyric. Every lyric that a child sings in this show sounds like something they would think up themselves. That's the genius of Tim Minchin. Oh, the little pause there before warm. She's so good in this film. This is such a defining moment for Matilda. I like how it's purposeful at the end of this. Because it doesn't leave her in a calm place in the film. It's like she's inspired with determination. And that's what this music is telling you. This is an awakening. Is my favourite next? Is it time? It is. I may cry. I like the way they've recorded this vocal. You can hear that she's in a small room. You can tell because of the way that they've processed it. She's not over-singing. Not yet. Away. Did you hear that? Perfect. She's still acting through song. She's not just here to sing. She is an actress. I'm not buying it yet. I'm renting it. Enough. That got me interested. That's an important line for her. That's when it starts to get a little more personal. And the lines start to get longer and more musical. I am warmed. Listen to those lyrics. The notes are the same. Fire, the way she's interpreting it, the musicality. Soulful is what it is. She relaxes into it, she gets more comfortable, she starts divulging things she wouldn't normally tell a child. Here it is. Genius. Yes! Storms. Those two voices together, excellent. This moment musically is so clever. It gets me every single time. The tearfulness. It's going to make me cry. It doesn't have to be that belty. It's exactly where it should be. It's exactly what Miss Honey should be in a film, because there would be something slightly artificial and overly theatrical if she were to suddenly belt it out to the extent they do in the stage production, where she's like, this is my house. Like, keeping that little bit more restrained. It's still in her voice, but she's singing as loud as Miss Honey can, because she's not that loud a person, but she is pouring out her grief and her sadness, and it's heartbreaking. But that moment is my favourite in the entire score, where he comes back in with that "Don't Cry" that we've heard before, but it's now major and it's uplifting, and we suddenly understand it because it comes together with her half of the song, and oh my gosh, and the way they do it in the film is strikingly beautiful, just phenomenally good. I love it so, so much. What is next? Okie dokie, it's time for my red beret moment. It is Revolting Children. Building, building, building. That was an interesting chord. Sell it, Bruce. It's so British. My freedom. Not building. That's the stage version. It's still choral. I don't know if I prefer this version, but it's still fun. I can hold a grudge for 2 seconds before I get into how fun this song is. Do what? I shouldn't be cheering this as a teacher. So many of my family work in education. Oh, this is my red beret moment. New bit. Building. R-E-T-O-L-T. In my excitement, I nearly spelt that wrong. Key change. To think that this number is all about the choreography and the visuals, and it's still this good to just listen to. For you, for you, for you. Do the chorus again. Sing it, Bruce. Bruce deserves this moment. Bruce has earned this. Oh, so good. Yay. Yay, talented children. Oh, that was so much fun. You can't not smile. Oh my gosh. And that brings us to the last song on the soundtrack, Still Holding My Hand. Now, when I listened to this in the film, I thought it sounded a bit more Gary Barlow than Tim Minchin, at least the way that Tim Minchin sounds in the rest of this score. And sometimes, we've heard this before with Sondheim and other composers, when they have a lot of time between writing a score and then coming back to it to add a new song, it's harder to capture that same voice as everything else that you wrote around the same time. So decide for yourselves what we think about this song. Does it sound like the rest of the score? Does it still sound like Tim Minchin? I've only heard it the once, so I'm going to make up my opinion again. This is called Still Holding My Hand, and it is a beautiful lyric. If you haven't seen the film yet, this is another moment that could very well make you cry. This, I believe, while these strings are happening here, this is some plot going on. Lashana Lynch singing again is not something I'm mad at. So tender. This vocal is so tender. I need her on a stage, in a musical. Suggest roles in the comment section. I'm down for whatever. Way out. Are you kidding me? So good. It's so good. And so unlike the other stuff she's done on screen. She's great in this. Eyes. Blindingly blue. That's a lovely lyric. Right by my side there was you. That melody does sound a lot like Quiet. That sounds familiar of the rest of the score. It's this bit, it's this verse that doesn't sound very Minchin-y to me. It's a bit Gary Barlow, no? Ba ba ba. You sing over the top, Miss Honey. You're a family now. Families harmonise. A family that harmonises together stays together. Unison. Togetherness. It's a beautiful lyric. It's a beautiful, simple lyric. It's not saying anything hugely grand. This is very credit song. But it's a film, and it's the last song in a film, so it has a different vibe to the last song in a show. It's not going to make us stand up and applaud. It's going to give us that levity of, that was such a lovely film. It's more for a release than a building to triumph. Different purposes, different things we have to achieve in different media. This is what we need to be thinking about. I don't know why I'm lecturing you right now. I heard that little riff, child. Understand. Every time this lyric comes back, it's bigger. And when I grow up, it's in there. Bigger and bigger. When I grow up, in the instrumentation, you hear it there. Ending small. Lovely. Is that not lovely? Completely lovely. Oh my gosh. Beautiful, beautiful and lovely. And I would say just as easy to listen to. My head looks weird now that I've taken my headphones off, doesn't it? Let me adjust my beret. Okay, I loved that again just as much as when I saw it in the film. It's lovely, it's characterful, it's exciting, it's engaging, it's just as much fun as listening to the cast recording. I do miss some of the other songs in the cast recording because I think there's no bad songs in the Matilda score. And so I miss things like Telly and Loud and This Little Girl, but I do think there's also power in not having Miss Honey sing until a certain point in the film as well. So I understand why the decisions that have been made for the film have been made, re the music, and I think the product that you get there is still really easy to listen to. I feel like I may now have to swap out some of the songs that I listen to with the film versions. I feel like some of those might now have become definitive. The new little bits they've added into Revolting Children, I really like. I'm a big fan of Emma Thompson's The Smell of Rebellion. I don't know that it's better necessarily, but I think it's different enough that I can appreciate both versions in different ways. And Lashana Lynch's My House is going to be something I listen to over and over and over again, let me tell you, because it is just beautiful. Let me know what your favourite song was from the Matilda cast recording. If you've only watched this video and you haven't yet listened to it for yourself, then go! What are you waiting for? Go listen to it for yourself, have your own reaction, come back here, let us know what your favourite moment was on that soundtrack. Which is your favourite song? Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed listening to it and having a great time here in my flat, eating a lollipop by myself. If you did enjoy, make sure to subscribe to my Stagey YouTube channel. I'm hoping to do lots more of these in the new year. There will be more Matilda content coming out this month, including the other videos I have promised. I am working on them, do not worry, and lots more reactions coming very soon. Comment down below with the other cast recordings and soundtracks you would like me to react to here on my YouTube channel. Also, don't forget, if you really enjoyed and if you are able to, use the super thanks button down below to give me a Stagey tip. That very much helps me as a Stagey content creator to keep making as much free Stagey content as I do here on YouTube. I hope that everyone is staying safe and that you have a Stagey day.
For 10 more seconds, I'm Mickey Joe Theatre. Oh my god, hey, thanks for watching, have a Stagey day. Subscribe!